India Retail Forum 2015, bigger than ever before and very different. This is the convergence of all the masters of the domain in the retail field. But this year, like I said, something very different, and I will tell you about that. But right now, let me tell you where I am. This, of course, is the main hall. Empty right now, but within seconds, it's going to be standing room only. Let me show you the crowds outside the closed door. This is where it all happens, and it's about to start, the India Retail Forum 2015. Now, you've seen what's happening outside. The door is about to open, but thankfully, I do have somebody today to help me through this journey of the India Retail Forum. Priyanka joins me. Let's find out what exactly her role is going to be. Priyanka?
Now, while Rajiv enjoys the glitz and glamour of being on stage, I, Priyanka, am going to be his minion of the day, as he loves to call me, and I'm going to break down the India Retail Forum 2015 for you. So let's go inside and take a look. Follow me. I almost feel like I'm in the movie Mummy right now. Okay, as you can see, this is where all the registration is going to happen. People are going to be queuing up here anytime to sign up for the event. Now, it's not that easy to get in. We need an ID, and this ID has a barcode on it, so it's very, very, very difficult to get in without it. So if you are here, make sure you hold on to this. It looks like they might be setting up for an award function of sorts, but more on that later. Follow me. It's almost like a circuit of sorts where one door leads into another. It reminds me of Hogwarts, honestly it does. So it looks like I'm inside the India Retail Forum 2015 and lots of big retail brands around me. There are plenty of kiosks and it can get a bit overwhelming. So I think we're going to have to walk through them together. Come, let's take a look. Lots of opportunities here for networking with retailers, with big brands, and of course with you, the buyer, the consumer. The India Retail Forum 2015, one of the largest aggregations of retailers from across the world, kick-started amid plenty of buzz in Mumbai and promised to provide insights about emerging retail trends, and so it did. From industry stalwarts like the Future Group, Omax, and some of the country's biggest malls to emerging startups that need that extra push, the forum threw open its doors to speakers from across the industry, as well as you, the shopper or consumer, to find out what companies are doing to catch your eye.
It gives me great pleasure to be here at the IRF 2015. In 2012, we launched Mall of India for leasing at this very venue. We've completed that phase of the project successfully, of course with all your support. Now, standing here before you in 2015, I'm very happy to announce that we received the completion certificate for the project and are set to open the mall this festive season.
Spread across numerous kiosks at the Renaissance Hotel in Powai were brands like Ask Me Bazaar, DLF, traditional clothing brands like Raymond, online retailers like Snapdeal, and the likes, and many, many more.
So I think omni-channel is more important in context of an offline retailer, right? It actually gives him another distribution channel, especially in light of the fact that his entire consumption and consumers have moved to a different platform, namely online, whether it is on desktop or on mobile or on a tablet environment. So it is imperative from a strategic leverage standpoint for that offline retailer to also come online and be available, either from an experience point of view or from an inventory point of view or from a transaction point of view. And that is what omni-channel as a strategy enshrines. While I say this, also let me say that omni-channel is most abused and misused word for last 1 year and will continue to be the flavor for next 2 years or so. But at the end of the day, it is a reality which a offline retailer has to accept and embrace.
There you have it. And omni-channel is now the key word when it comes to survival of the fittest in the highly competitive world of retail. Simply put, a successful retailer should be able to use a variety of channels in a customer's shopping experience, including research before a purchase. Such channels include retail stores, online stores, pop-up stores, mobile app stores, telephone sales and any other method of transacting with the consumer. An omni-channel in retail was the talk of town at the India Retail Forum 2015.
So IRF, number one, as a brand, has become a big brand. And it is becoming more and more relevant for a lot of bricks and mortar retailers, whether these are modern trade retailers or semi-modern trade, some of the kirana shops which are getting into modern trade. So IRF will remain relevant. But I do see the omni-channel becoming more and more important over the next 5 to 10, particularly 5 years.
So as you can see, the India Retail Forum 2015 is well on its way. But the interesting thing is that there's something brand new that's never happened before. This, of course, as you saw inside, is the India Retail Forum. But this time they've split it into two. There is IRF and then there is IOF, the India Omni-Channel Forum. Why is that? Well, I'm going to actually take you to that area and show you why they have two areas this time. And as you can see, this is IOF, the India Omni-Channel Forum. I think this is really a sign of the times, the sign of where we've come with retail in India. So it's not enough to really be a brick and mortar. It's not really enough to be an only online. You've got to be able to retail in every single channel, and you've got to be a master of your domain everywhere. That's why we have this one. There's a very interesting session going on inside, which can't start unless I go in. Why? Because I'm actually anchoring and moderating that one too. I better get in. Welcome to the first conference session of the inaugural India Omni-Channel Forum, the IOF. Now, surprisingly, this is the first time ever, which is why I'm calling it the first ever. For years, we've been hearing that cash is king. Now, that's as old hat as is possible. Today, we have so many different ways of doing it. The one country that was said isn't going to ever make the move onto anything but cash, I think has made the most brilliant move forward. But it has needed a different jump in a very different way, a leap of faith that has never been seen before. It's come from digital wallets, it's come from very unique ways of doing e-commerce business, the entire idea of COD, and all those things have made e-commerce possible. But that was still now. We're going to talk about today the next leap forward, the next way forward, where everything changes.
I mean, do you think the current options that payment players are providing for online retailers like you and other esteemed panelists, are they good enough?
In what we see is we want to offer the widest choice of payment methods, and I think all of us are always trying to do better in terms of what the customers can use. So I think cash on delivery is a payment method that a lot of customers in India want for lots of different reasons. So I think it's going to stay, it's going to continue. Hopefully it will grow for some, and for others they will find ways to make it smaller. But I think cash on delivery is here to stay.
The big thing is to understand that digital is not only about e-commerce and payment. Okay, Primark is not selling online, but his website is one of the most powerful in the UK. The second thing is that you have two customer profiles. We discussed that. You have very wealthy people. They use iPhones. They travel in UK, in Europe, and US. And for these people who finally represent a very limited number of people, but a high level of sales and high level of market, you probably can deliver right now what they used to use when they go to US and Europe. For the others, cash is going to be a solution, but I think it's very important for you to distinguish these two sort of people like Amazon are doing by using cash and credit card and many different payments.
One of the things I find always on the mobile is that the experience isn't as good. A lot of people in India actually open 4 or 5 tabs on a web browser to actually do comparative shopping. When I get locked into, which is a good thing if I get locked into a mobile app, but within the app also I can't do comparative shopping to go from one product to another. Is that a problem for the company you are an ex-head of?
Yeah, I think comparison shopping is a big challenge when it comes to mobile. Unlike in a browser where you get plugins which can let you sort of do price comparison across different products. But yes, that is a significant challenge, and I think as customers we like to see where the best prices are. So you tend to sort of want to go across, choosing this, looking for the best price across.
Okay. At Ask Me Bazaar, is mobile the predominant platform, and is it something you push over and above everything else?
So yeah, so from traffic and consumption standpoint, mobile is the facto platform. But also from category or vertical standpoint, right? If you look at categories like online furniture marketplaces where there is a immersive and deep experience required in, before you do actual transaction, mobile with the limited real estate and screen space does not allow that, experience. So which is where, I think one needs to take that judicious call.
Now that we have been asked about the fact that maybe the wallet or any such device which has got some money preloaded can be used to actually transact without any physical friction coming in between, a scenario which is painted to me many times is going to a movie hall, going up to a movie poster, which already is enabled to do all of this, hold my watch out, and not only do I pay by my watch, the ticket is then loaded onto my watch and I just walk in. Fantasy or could be reality?
I want to actually take it one step further.
Okay.
I want to take the whole device out of the picture. I think one good thing that has happened in the last few years, an initiative by the government, is Aadhaar card and the biometric capture of all the citizens of the country. The other thing that has happened is a push towards banking and inclusion and getting all the unbanked onto the banking platform as well. So you've got a large population of the country which is now having bank accounts. You also have got their biometric details like their thumbprint or their fingerprints. Now, my question then is, why do you need a device at all? If I want to transact, my thumbprint is always there as long as, or my fingerprint is there as long as I have my fingers with me, which I do all the time. And my bank account is linked to that. So why can't I just pay using just my fingerprint? Why do I need any kind of device in between at all?
So as you can see, this is a coffee machine and this is Rajiv's Minion of the Day. And along with all the other work that I've done today at the India Retail Forum, I'm also going to struggle to make my own coffee. So while I do that, you go ahead and take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. There's lots more coming up on the other side of the break. Welcome back. I'm still at the India Retail Forum 2015, and as Rajiv is still calling me, I'm still reporting as Minion of the Day. Now there's a lot more happening at this event and I'm trying to wrap my head around it. So I'm going to perform my duties to the best of my abilities and I'm going to get some answers for you. For instance, what is this omni-channel that everybody's talking about? And I'm not going to answer those questions, so let's go over to the experts. And I have some big names in there, so keep watching. Omnichannel, omnichannel, omnichannel. It was this word that created all the buzz at the India Retail Forum 2015, with different industry leaders sharing their views about the changing modes of retail nationally and internationally, of course. We've already told you what omnichannel means in retail, and at the IRF event, it was evident from accounts of brick and mortar stores that they need to transition into different platforms to compete with the ever-evolving needs of the consumer. It was with this theme that the India Omnichannel Forum took off, allowing business owners and technology teams to meet, engage, and conceptualize the next generation of consumer experiences.
According to me, 5 major trends are emerging, which a lot of even online shoppers have not yet begun to catch on, or online retailers have not begun to catch on. First is that instead of one storefront, there can be theoretically 700 million storefronts. Each storefront for me is personalized differently from the one created for Amitabh Taneja based on our past history, based on our profile, based on our interests. Okay? That storefront changes during the day. So what I show during the morning, what I show during afternoon, what I show during the evening is completely different. So technology and data, large amounts of data manipulated easily by technology is going to determine success of you being able to do personalized marketing. Secondly, there was this big thing about online is not a social experience. We Indians love to go shopping together with our friends, with our family. That's changing. Today, a Flipkart is adding a ping service so you can chat and exchange. In China, people shop on WeChat all the time while they're chatting with their friends, while they're having coffee with their friends. So shopping online is becoming and will become more and more of a social experience. You will be able to exchange, you will be able to comment, you will be able to share with family, friends, like-minded people, etc., etc. Consumers want informed shopping.
You see something on your PC and you like it, it registers in your mind. A few hours later or a few days later, it comes into your mind again. While somebody had posted something similar on Facebook, you actually go and look at that, and then maybe the transaction actually happens at the store, maybe not at the store. The thing which is different from any time in the past is all of these things are happening together.
While retailers, industry bigwigs and the media jostled in corridors to check out the different kiosks, the word was out that there was an award gala up ahead. Glamour, big names, entertainment, and of course, trophies. All this could only mean we're talking about an award gala. The first ever Images Retail Technology Awards took place amid lots of pomp and show and recognized excellence in concepts and formats leading the omni-channel revolution in India. And what award function is complete without some great song? Famous actress and model Suchitra Pillai greeted the guests with her beautiful voice and co-hosted the event with RAJIV MAKHNI. And it was the trademark feminist humor of comedian Neeti Palta that got the crowds laughing uproariously right before the winners got their prize.
Always amazing to have you. We've done stuff before. But today I'm going to give you a small task. Okay, I know we're going to get into the female mind. That's your perspective. That's what you always do. You also have mostly a men's pants-off attitude, so that you'll tone down today. But I'm going to find out if there'll be something about men. There are quite a few here. There's something about shopping. That's all that everybody does out here. And a little bit something about tech, like one little flavor, one little salt and pepper. Yeah? Okay, that's the task. Okay, have fun. Okay.
Hello, retailers! You're my favorite type of people. You know that, right? And you're very lucky to have me here tonight because, like Rajiv said, I will be offering you insights into the female mind. Ooh. Okay, let me start out by getting to know you guys a little bit. All the married people make some noise. Let's try this again. All the happily married people make some noise. So much happiness, sir. How long have you been married? 5 months. No wonder he's still sounding happy about it. It's really depressing. And you know, you might take your wife out shopping and you'll wonder, yaar, firstly, if your wife has ever held your hand in a mall and put her head on your shoulder, she's not being romantic, Anil. She's just pushing you into a shop. And you're like, dude, I took her out shopping. Why is she still in a bad mood? Let me explain to you. When you can't squeeze into anything in that try room, उस टाइम पे अपनों की खुशी बर्दाश्त नहीं होती है. You step out, your kids are running around going, "Mummy, mummy," you're like, "Dhat जानवर आगे से मॉल नहीं लाऊंगी." And of course, then we have a variety of aunties which we call the judgmental aunties, who you will see on the roads bargaining with the vegetable wala in their nightie. But they are sanskari aunties, so they will be wearing a petticoat under the nightie.
The inaugural edition of Images Retail Technology Awards honored retailers who have done exemplary work in the deployment of IT solutions in their organizations, leading to superior customer experience and enhanced business operations. Some of the noted winners included sports and lifestyle retailer SSIPL that took home the award for Most Admired Retailer of the Year for total retail experience. And the award was received by the managing director himself, Rishabh Soni. The Most Admired CIO of the Year went to Vineet Purushothaman, the CIO of Bharti Retail. And with that, day one of the India Retail Forum 2015 came to the perfect celebratory end.
So that then was day one of the India Retail Forum 2015. By all measures, one of the most packed days I've ever been at any event. But then we're just getting warmed up. Do remember, this was just day one, therefore just our first show. One more day, one more show coming up, the India Retail Forum Part 2, very soon on our channel. See you then.